Introduction. What is tendering and why does it matter? Welcome to this in-depth exploration of tendering in the construction industry. Tendering is a structured, competitive process where an organization seeks out the best contractor to deliver a project. It's about far more than choosing the lowest bid. It's about finding the right value and ensuring the contractor can meet the project's specific needs. In this session, we'll walk through each stage of tendering, discuss why ethics and transparency are key, and explain how architects play a vital role in each step. By the end, you'll understand how to effectively manage a tender process that's fair, clear, and focused on the best possible outcomes for everyone involved. Objectives and ethics of tendering. Setting the right foundation. Tendering is fundamentally about fairness. The objective isn't simply to get a low price, but to secure the best offer. According to the AS 4120 to 1994 Code of Tendering, ethics in tendering mean dealing fairly with every participant, avoiding collusion, and being mindful of the costs that tendering imposes on contractors. The code emphasizes the importance of having a true intention to complete the project and maintaining transparency in all dealings. Why does this matter? Because ethical tendering doesn't just protect your reputation, it builds trust and integrity across the industry. A fair process helps ensure that clients get real value, that contractors feel respected, and that architects are seen as reliable, ethical professionals. Step 1. Calling for tenders, building the contractor pool. Let's start with calling for tenders. This stage is about inviting qualified contractors to bid, setting the project on a strong foundation. Contractors can be selected in several ways. Expressions of interest. This is an open call where interested contractors submit their qualifications. EOIs help narrow down the pool to a short list of capable candidates. Pre-qualification panels. This approach involves pre-screened contractors with demonstrated qualifications. They're often used for complex projects where specific expertise is essential. Direct invitations. Here, specific contractors are invited to bid based on previous performance, experience, or recommendations. Public open tenders, posted on platforms accessible to all. Open tenders allow for a wide range of bids but may require more scrutiny to evaluate. Selecting the right contractors is crucial. As an architect, your reputation is closely tied to the contractor's performance. Make sure the tender list includes only contractors who can meet the project's demands. Step 2. Assembling the tender package, laying out project expectations. Next, let's talk about the tender package. This set of documents is the foundation of the contract and establishes clear expectations for every part of the project. A strong tender package includes notice to tenderers, an overview of the project and key details. Conditions of tendering, rules for how the tender process will be conducted. General conditions of contract, the legal framework for the contract, including rights and obligations. Project specifications and drawings. These outline every aspect of the work to be done. Tender form, a standardized form for consistent bid submissions. Each document must be precise, consistent, and unambiguous so contractors can provide accurate pricing and avoid misunderstandings. Step 3. Receiving and opening tenders, ensuring fairness. Receiving tenders must be done with care and formality. Traditionally, tenders were delivered in sealed envelopes and opened with a witness, such as the client, present. This formal procedure can be adapted to digital submissions today, but the core principle remains the same: transparency and fairness. Key practices include opening tenders after a specified deadline, keeping submissions secure until the opening, informing all bidders of the outcome as soon as possible. This approach helps maintain trust by showing that every bid is handled equally and that no bidder receives special treatment. Step 4. Evaluating tenders, choosing the best value, not just the lowest price. Evaluating tenders goes beyond comparing numbers. The lowest bid isn't always the best choice. Sometimes it can indicate potential issues with quality or reliability. Instead, architects use an evaluation matrix, looking at factors like conformity. Does the bid fully meet project specifications? Price. Is it competitive but realistic? Timeline. Can the contractor meet the project deadlines? References and capacity. Does the contractor have the experience, financial stability, and workforce needed? The architect must document each evaluation step clearly to defend the selection if questioned. The goal is to recommend the most advantageous offer, not necessarily the cheapest. Step 5. Recommendations and negotiations, finalizing the details. After evaluating tenders, the architect recommends a preferred tenderer to the client. Sometimes negotiations with the top bidder are needed to clarify terms or finalize prices. Ethical practice here is key. Negotiations should be transparent, recorded carefully, and involve only one preferred tenderer at a time. Avoid any appearance of bargaining or favoritism. During these discussions, architects should focus on clarifying terms and making sure all requirements are understood. Every outcome should be documented to prevent future disputes. Step 6. Accepting a tender, making it official. Once the client approves a tender, formal acceptance is needed. The architect's role is to confirm acceptance in writing, marking the start of the contract. At this point, the architect compiles the final contract documents, including any negotiated terms. As a professional courtesy, architects should notify unsuccessful tenderers, acknowledging their time and effort. This step is critical for setting a clear start point and ensuring that both parties are aligned on all terms before work begins. Conclusion: ethical tendering builds strong foundations. To wrap up, tendering is more than a process of securing bids. It's a foundational practice that sets the tone for the entire project. By following these steps and focusing on ethical, fair dealings, architects can ensure that they're supporting clients in making informed, value-based decisions while fostering positive industry relationships. Through fair and transparent tendering, you contribute to a project culture that values trust, professionalism, and high standards, qualities that benefit everyone from the client to the contractor, and ultimately to you as an architect. Thank you for joining this session on tendering. We hope this guide helps you approach your next tender process with confidence and clarity.